reaches the back rank, it gets to be promoted into another piece. And it can be anything. For white to play, white would go and play pawn from d7 to d8, and now this pawn can be promoted into the rook, into the knight, into the bishop, or into the queen. So there are four possibilities. You can promote this pawn into the rook, knight, bishop, or the queen. But this pawn cannot stay as a pawn, and it cannot be promoted into the king. In the vast majority of cases, it is best to promote the pawn into what?
A queen.
A queen. Why is that?
Because a queen is worth 9 points and it's more active, and it's just worth more.
Because the queen is such a valuable piece, in the vast majority of cases, the best thing that you can do is to promote the pawn into a queen. But there are exceptions, and this would be one of them. So if white promotes this pawn into the queen on the next move, what is black going to play?
Black's queen is going to play c1, which is checkmate to the king.
Well, and that wouldn't be very good for white. So even though white has the queen and 2 pawns, black would win the game because there are no squares for the king to escape to. So that would be an immediate win for black. This is one of the cases when promoting the pawn into the queen wouldn't be the very best solution. What would be a better move?
A better move would be a3. So if the queen goes back to c1, we can just push the king up to a2.
Aha, that's right. Well, a3 would not lead to the checkmate. What black could play then, however, would be to take the pawn. And would this be a winning position for white or for black?
It would be a winning position for black, because he has a queen and white has 2 pawns.
2 pawns, and the queen is much, much stronger than just 2 pawns. So we have seen that promoting the pawn into the queen wouldn't be a very good solution, and neither would a3, because by taking the pawn, then black would very, very easily win the game. Well, if we don't promote the pawn into the queen, are there any better moves for white?
Not really. Wait. Yes, there is. If we promote this pawn into a knight, you'd give a fork.
Well, and that would be a very good thing for white. In this case, we promote the pawn into the knight, and this knight is attacking the king. This knight is at the same time attacking the queen. It's a fork, and when the king moves to get out of the check, the queen will be lost. From this moment on, white can easily win the game with 2 extra pawns. So this would be one of the cases when it is much, much better not to promote the pawn into the queen, but instead to promote it into the knight.